Virgo Nation, welcome to your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. I hope all is well. This may be a reading that may resonate for you if you happen to have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Virgo. Some of you are obviously dealing with a Taurus because I can't stop hearing Taurus echoing in my head. Even though Virgo Nation, I'm calling this a 7-day forecast, keep in the back of your mind that this is a general reading and not everything happens at the same time for everyone. The roles can be reversed here. There could be some things that I'm explaining that could be playing out in the opposite. You know, that it could be somebody else doing this in the situation. Also, please, above all else, please don't make any rash decisions based on a general reading. Let me also be upfront with you, Virgo Nation, and let you know that this reading contains some sensitive subjects. And if that's not your thing, here's your opportunity to click off. Otherwise, those of you who are ready to roll with me, let's dive right into this. For the Virgo Nation, random side note. Some of you might have a headache. Like you're getting a lot of headaches lately. As soon as I park the deck, orphaned. Some of you might be dealing with some parental issues. Maybe you feel left behind. Maybe you have some abandonment issues. It feels like maybe you have a desire to get away. You may want to go to the ocean or just someplace different from your normal routine. It feels like you're ready to break away, especially because it feels like some of you are taking exams in schools. Maybe you're going through finals. No, I think you would be on vacation right now. Maybe you're getting ready to start right back up. Maybe you just came off of an exam that was just very exhausting. I definitely feel like this week you're fending off some insecurity, some inadequacy issues. Maybe in some type of way you feel like you're having to constantly compete with other people. This might have something to do with your job if it's not school. Maybe you work in a very demanding, competitive field, and maybe you're really just trying to stay on top. Or maybe you feel like you're the underdog in some type of way. You've been working and working, and maybe you feel like you haven't gotten the recognition that you feel that you deserve for the hard work that you put in. This week, it feels like you might be faced with a decision. And this decision could possibly have something to do with a Scorpio. Definitely picking up Libra, Scorpio. So somebody could be on the Libra, Scorpio cusp, or you could be on the Libra, Virgo cusp. Some of you, I feel like you're writing a book, or you're very creative. You have a lot of wisdom to share with other people. And if this is not something that you're aware of, or it's not something that resonates now, it may resonate further in the future. It may have a lot to do with your life purpose. It may be that you might feel called to do something such as this. You definitely have an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Pisces, Sagittarius. Maybe you are Sag ascendant, Virgo. Or maybe some of you are not Virgo sun. Your ascendant sign is Virgo. We got Cancer moon that could be relevant to this situation. Cancer sun. So it's definitely Cancerians. It feels like Cancer and Scorpio. Water signs are dominating your reading, Virgo. All right. Some of you might be having some type of breathing issue. You got some liquid trapped in your chest. You're congested. Possibly, if this is not you, then this is someone around you. Here we go again. Orphaned. This could have something to do with children. Okay, maybe you are the sole provider for your kids. Maybe somebody left you behind to raise the children. Virgo. Yeah, definitely have somebody putting you down. Since we're talking about parental figures, this could have been a parental figure in your life. But like I said, this could be a co-parenting situation, or maybe not. Not all of you have kids. It feels like one of the biggest issues is that somebody refuses to change a behavior that you feel is absolutely irking you. Something has created a sense of conflict. You might be conflicted inside about something, maybe about a marriage, about a relationship. Somebody might feel trapped in a relationship because they have kids, or trapped because of some type of financial tie that you might have. It could have something to do with the living situation. Maybe you are on the deed to the house, or maybe you guys, somebody's name is on the lease. It just seems like you would like to leave Ooh, somebody's resurfacing this week. I think that maybe there's somebody that maybe you haven't seen for a while. You haven't heard from this person in a minute. Somebody may be coming back, okay? You had conflict. There's obviously some trust issues between you and this person that could actually be watching you. Somebody might be watching you. Especially, I want to say, if you have a social media platform, you're active on social media, somebody's really interested in what it is that you have to say. It could have something to do with this situation. It could have something to do with your career. Like I said, maybe you're trying to be seen. Yeah, some of you, this is air and water. Didn't I say air and water? Some of you live in the desert. Random side note. Definitely, I think some of you might have a vehicle that isn't the most reliable. So you might want to get that checked out this week, Virgo. You might be in need of getting your car serviced. And I definitely see you either making some type of journal injury. Do you have an injury? I meant to say entry, but my spirit guides told me to say injury. So maybe you are dealing with an injury. Maybe you have a bum foot. It definitely feels like you're headed in a new direction. Let's see what's going on with the Virgo. So tempted to say, Leo. Ooh, your abilities are being enhanced. Definitely, Virgo. We're going to see about what's going on with that in a minute. Looks like you've been going through some hard times financially. You're having some difficulty this week, maybe with managing your money. It looks like maybe you have been trying to create some type of financial security. Maybe you've been very patient. It seems like something might be affecting your self-esteem this week. Well, not something. It would be someone. This could be you, Virgo. It could be you putting somebody down, but I think that there might be someone around you that is affecting your self-esteem this week. Somebody doesn't want to cooperate. Somebody in your situation, it could easily be you that feels overwhelmed, depressed. Could be kind of pouring themselves in their work. Maybe this week you are very driven, Virgo. Maybe this week you're being a workaholic. Maybe you're doing that in order to avoid maybe some other issues that are going on at home or in the background. It's a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Reckless actions lead to conflict. So this is kind of what I'm getting. Since we're talking about work, because it feels like that's really the focus. Of course, it's Virgo. Virgos are usually very career driven, very focused. The earth signs are just, stereotypically. So maybe I feel like that may be what the issue is this week. But let's talk about your relationships, your partnerships. Maybe for some of you, there's a lot of conflict in a partnership. This could be, again, professionally. You're partnered up with somebody, or in school, you've got a project that maybe you're working on, and maybe somebody's not pulling their weight, and you're having to do it all. And this could definitely be a boss that could be mismanaging people. Somebody around you could definitely be mismanaging money. But I think that there is a lot of anxiety. There's something that's really on your mind this week. You're very preoccupied about that. Are you not feeling well? I did say that maybe you're having some congestion. Maybe you're not really going outdoors. It is cold. There's something you're not saying. But money is definitely on your mind. Also, what's on your mind, it seems like it's a relationship. Feels like you're really nursing a broken heart this week. There's definitely a Scorpio. And random, I think some of you might be gardening. Yeah, maybe. It definitely looks like you're going someplace. You're wanting to leave. Definitely seeing a lot of repeating numbers. Let's see. What's going on? Did I say you're nursing a broken heart? I think so. I think there's been some type of a fight that you've been dealing with. If this is not like verbal altercation with someone, this is definitely some type of spiritual altercation with somebody. It looks like you got some type of challenge on your hand. Yep, the universe has heard your silent cry for help. So I think this has been a very challenging time for you, Virgo. Something which no longer serves you is about to end. So we're starting off talking about partnerships, relationships. Something may need to come to an end. It seems like something is breaking you. It's really hurting you. And maybe you've reached a fork in the road having to do with this. I did at the top of the reading talk about you're faced with a decision this week. Definitely. Wow. 7 of Swords. Some of you, you're faced with a decision about a relationship. Okay. For some of you, this has something to do with a romantic relationship. It could be that maybe you and your partner are going through some things right now, or maybe this is where you don't agree on certain things. There's a lot of friction between the two of you because some of you are dealing with a Taurus. I got the same card for Taurus, negativity. Let's see what this negativity is about. Triggers, okay. Somebody this week, Virgo Nation, might be getting on your last nerve. They might be really challenging you this week. And I think one of the biggest issues here is that somebody is being dishonest with you. And I think the issue is that you know that. You already know that somebody's not going to change. They're not going to budge. And you might have an idea that maybe there's somebody that might be on the side that your partner has on the side. The lesson here has everything to do with self-love, and this is what your guys are really empowering you to jump into. That's the lesson here. Is to find happiness within yourself before you can really find this within anybody else. And I think that, or this is either you or your cross-watcher, somebody may need to give themselves some self-love, because I definitely sense self-loathing, self-deprecation here having to do with this situation. What's going on with Virgo? Holy Spirit, Virgo, what's the issue this week? I replay our conversations over. Yep. I bury myself in my work to forget about you. Confirmation of what I talked about. Somebody works a lot in order to avoid what really is the issue. Maybe you wish that things could be different between you and someone that you really do care about. And maybe there are certain conversations that you guys had that are really sticking around in your mind. Unrequited love. So we talked about there's something in your life that no longer serves you is about to leave. I think somebody might be putting together an exit strategy, lessons and blessings. We talked about that, what the lesson was in this situation. Maybe you wish that things could be different. And maybe you wish that maybe your partner wasn't so distant, or whomever this is. Let's see what's really going on. Yeah, this might have something to do with a child. There might be a child that's really hurt over the fact that maybe there's something that they would like to share with you. There's something that they would like to say, but they're not. There's definitely a Gemini here. Queen of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. You guys are definitely taking a break from one another. I think this is you. I think you're taking a break from this relationship in order to figure out what you want to do next. If you're going to continue with your marriage or your relationship, or if this is the last straw. I think that somebody is not happy in this situation. You got 7 of Swords not once but twice here. I don't know if this is you guys creeping around on each other. I think maybe you're not talking to your person right now. Yeah, I think something's going on here. You got a snake around you. Maybe this is your partner. Maybe you feel like they're acting more like an enemy than anything. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. What's the issue here this week with Virgo Nation, Holy Spirit? Virgo. Tear down the walls around your heart. Okay, some of you Virgos, you play music, you sing, you dance, you're creative in some type of way. But this week, it feels like somebody is putting up a wall due to some type of conflict. Definitely with a Sagittarius. I definitely see Sagittarius. Somebody might be very impatient this week, might be jumping to conclusions. You might feel like somebody is inconsistent, especially in their decision making. Somebody's wishy-washy. And maybe there's some things that you've been sharing with somebody, and maybe you feel like they don't act when you speak, or they don't act on what it is that you're trying to suggest. Maybe you're trying to better the two of you, and it just seems like they're not on board with this. So this week it feels like there's a sense of insecurity that you're dealing with and having to do with your relationship. And it could be that it could be your partner's actions is causing you to feel insecure about whether or where you guys are going. I'm not necessarily calling you insecure. It feels like it's due to some issues in the relationship that makes you feel like, okay, I have a false sense of security. I thought we were good. I thought we were really building. I thought we were really establishing something. But now it just feels like something is a huge question mark for you this week. Something obviously changed. The atmosphere changed between the two of you. There's some type of arguing for whatever reason. I don't know exactly what the issue is now. I did say that maybe there's some dishonesty. That's definitely been established. So this might be something that you might be figuring out this week. Maybe some of you have religious differences, or you have differences in culture. That might be where you clash, especially if you have a child. Maybe you guys don't agree on how to raise the children, but I'm also saying maybe a mother figure. Maybe this is your baby's mom, or you're having an issue with your own mom this week. Definitely having some issues with the law, maybe with your taxes, because it does look like maybe you're having some issues, maybe getting your finances in order. I did talk about that. And I think you're experiencing, there's just a lot of different things here. You got some legal issues playing out in the background, some financial issues. This might have a lot to do with what's going on right now. Yeah, I think that you're doing, there's something going on with a legal affair here. Maybe there's somebody that doesn't want to face some type of legal situation. They don't want to do time. Anyway, I think that somebody would like for someone to listen. And I think that's the biggest issue here, is that maybe someone does not want to listen. Maybe you feel like somebody doesn't want to hear you out, or they tune you out in some type of way. Virgo. Yeah, it's either you're on the Libra Virgo cusp, or you're dealing with a Libra. And I almost wanted to say Leo. Of course, Leo and Virgo always seem to come up together. So it's either you have Leo and Virgo in your chart. With Libra, I don't know. Let's see. What's going on? Negative thinking, worry. I think this is about a financial issue that you're dealing with. But I'm trying to see what's going on in your relationship. Somebody doesn't want to listen. What's the issue here? Virgo. Somebody's keeping silent. Yeah, somebody may need to heal from something here. Your intuition is telling you something. Whatever your intuition is telling you, it's because something's not sitting right in your spirit about something. You have no inner peace about something. So this might be where something is about to end. Yeah. See, something is affecting your self-esteem. It obviously is. It has a lot to do with what somebody is telling you. This is either parent to child, or this is in a relationship that you're dealing with. Somebody that's close to you. Yeah, something has become unhealthy, has become a bit toxic right now. And it seems like somebody might be trying to, like keep going in the relationship, trying to get along no matter what. But they're really not happy, and it feels like something has infringed on the trust. You don't trust this person any longer. It could be because somebody is getting success, and it might be going to their head, you might feel like. But right now, yeah, it looks like maybe you are deciding to leave this situation. You're going back and forth in your head about a decision, about maybe whether or not to completely leave this situation alone for a while. Maybe you're thinking about going through a trial separation, because maybe you feel like you need to focus on your healing in some type of way. Somebody this week is acting very distant, very confrontational, defensive. Maybe you're talking to them about something, and when you do confront them about something, they are defensive, and somebody has a really bad temper. They have a rage issue here. So maybe this is their defense mechanism. Rather than talking about things, they fly into a rage, or they blame you for things. Random thing though is I do see midwife. Yeah. Maybe this is something you're thinking about doing professionally. Maybe you're thinking about going into midwifery, or maybe you've had a baby recently. Somebody is addicted. Somebody has addictions. Maybe that might be what you're fighting about right now. But I did say that somebody, you wish somebody would listen. I think somebody, you might feel that somebody shuts you down in conversations. They don't hear you out. Or this is you. Your guides are trying to tell you something, but maybe you feel like, okay, I'm not listening to that. I'm going to turn a blind eye to that. Anyway, I think that definitely this orphan card, somebody definitely feels overlooked. This could be you in a romantic relationship. Somebody definitely, Virgo, I'm saying Libra and Taurus. See, there's a lot of signs. It's like there's a lot of people in your reading, because I can't stop naming off these other signs that I hear. You have some other people in your business or in the background of your situation. You have a lot of people around you. Yeah, this might have something to do with your baby's dad. Your baby's dad could be sending you a message this week. I say somebody's a workaholic. Working to avoid the issues at home. That's what I mean. There's something that's not being spoken about. It's either somebody's afraid to say what they really want to say. Didn't I say somebody has a roaming eye? That's the biggest issue. Maybe you've talked about that with this person again and again. About their issue with infidelity. Or having a roaming eye. You and this King of Swords. There's your Libra. Likely Gemini or Aquarius, and then you got Scorpio. I think it's somebody's narrow-mindedness. Some of you could be dealing with somebody that's in law enforcement. Okay. I think this week you're figuring out that somebody is lying to you about something. Definitely being compromised online. You might think that your passwords are safe with the Seven of Swords. It feels like somebody could be hacking into your information, or your passwords are not as protected as you think they are. I also feel like somebody could be running from the law. I did say that there's a legal situation here, yeah? Seven of Swords. Somebody's running from the law. I did say law enforcement, right? Your situation involves that? Maybe not. Anyway, I see a lot of different things that might be going on. But yeah, I see conflict between you and this person right now. And it just feels like maybe you're not in a good place. Something hasn't been resolved. You wish that things could be different. You're right. But I feel like somebody could have an attraction to somebody else. And that could be what's causing... Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Somebody does obviously have an attraction to somebody else. They have a roaming eye. One of you wishes that things could be different. But I think something that you don't see might be going on. I do see that maybe somebody's talking about your relationship to somebody else. And it just feels like that. And in some situations, for some of you, you might feel like your relationship is deteriorating. And this is why something that no longer serves you is coming to an end. We talked about there being a need for healing. Working on your self-esteem. And perhaps this is something that either you realize that you may need to do aside from this person, or this is something that you have been working on and now you're seeing your worth and you realize that, you know, you wish that things could be different. but you're realizing that maybe the two of you are not right for one another. Maybe you're kind of realizing that maybe your standards were too low. I don't know. But I definitely feel like somebody's pushing you over the borderline this week. I think you've been invested, and I think part of you would like to make things right. But I think that it's just that somebody really insults you, and I think that their insults really break you down. And I think that's really getting to you this week. You might be talking this over with a confidant, a best friend of yours. Maybe they know about what's going on in your situation. And I definitely feel that whatever is going on at home could definitely maybe be affecting you at work. Because it feels like when you're at work, this is what you're thinking about. Even though, Virgo Nation, you're burying yourself in your work, it feels like you're thinking about something that may have happened, something that may have been said in an argument. Something, it feels like you're thinking about something that was said in a conversation. That's what you're thinking about either, Virgo Nation. This is what you're thinking about in your quiet time. You're replaying certain conversations in your head. Or this is what you're thinking about at work. See? You're thinking about something. Something's on your mind. Yeah, you got a feeling. Feeling and instinct come out together. You have a feeling. Your instinct is telling you that something's not right. So this week, I think, and it feels like this is something that your guides have been trying to tell you about, okay? Your spirit guides have definitely been trying to get your attention about something, Virgo. But in this mindset, it might be easy to miss the message that they're trying to send you, but make no mistake about it. They're being very clear to you about something. If there is something that maybe you haven't had complete knowledge of, or you just were you were not 100% sure about what was going on in your situation, this is the week, Virgo Nation, where you get clarity about something that's going on in your situation. Either you are an eyewitness to something, you see something for yourself that has been hidden, that has been covered up, something that you've been wondering about. Maybe it's something that you have been not wanting to see about your situation, or whatever it is, your spirit guides. Let's make it very clear. Your spiritual team is bringing something to your awareness in order to help you to make a decision about the situation. You've been having instinct about something. You've been feeling that something has not been right. And this week, or in the coming weeks, or for some of you this already played out, you're going to see something for yourself that maybe you haven't had tangible evidence on. And I promise you, like I said, when you're online, something's being compromised. Your passwords, somebody might be watching you online, somebody could be hacking in to information that they're not privy to. Some of you, there's a child or a parent that's in the system. Yeah. Authority figure, father figure. I say some of you, there's a legal situation here. Some of you might be taking your child's other parent to court. You might have a pending court case, maybe having to do with child support that could be relevant, that could be coming up, Virgo Nation. If that is the case, Virgo, it feels like it's going to work out for you, whatever this legal situation is. Okay, I was talking to you about your finances this week. Maybe this week you're feeling a bit cornered. Okay, you might be feeling a bit stuck when it comes to a financial matter that maybe you're dealing with. I did say that maybe this might be what's challenged for you right now is your finances. Maybe you're having a difficult time sticking to a budget. Oh yeah, somebody's words really cut like a knife. Or maybe you carry a knife. Somebody carrying concealed weapons. Yeah, something might have you wondering why. Why did they say these things? I'm telling you, somebody is really hurt because of this. And it may have something to do with a child. But back to this money situation, okay? Let's see, the cauldron. Interesting. Okay. This could be that maybe you might be setting up some type of a money altar. You're trying to do something. It feels like you're trying to alter your money situation, possibly by means of magic. Okay? Maybe you're trying to make something work out in your favor. But I also feel that there could be somebody that could be working against you. Virgo, it looks like maybe you've been trying to set some goals when it comes to your finances. And it seems like you've been working really hard. But like I said before, it feels as though you've been mismanaging your money. Or you're dealing with someone, especially like I said, if you're in a professional partnership with somebody, it could be somebody else that doesn't know how to. Oppression. This situation is really getting you down. Maybe some of you want to move, but it's your financial situation that has you kind of stuck. It feels like you have been trying to create financial security. Something's disrupting that. Something is disrupting the flow of that this week, Virgo. It could be because of a health issue. This could be maybe you take care of somebody for a living. Maybe you do. Maybe you work in healthcare. You're a caretaker, or somebody around you is sick, and that might be affecting your financial situation, unless this is you. Yeah, see? Somebody's in and out of your life. This could even be your thoughts, wandering from one thing to the next. Unable to keep a consistent thought, conflict, tread carefully. I think this may have something to do with somebody that's in your environment. Maybe at work. Maybe at home. Somebody is not who you think they are. Yeah, it does. It feels like this week you might be splitting apart. You might be splitting up. I think that's the decision that you're making. Maybe you've been trying to hold it together for all these years, and maybe it feels like something is just ending. It's on the verge of ending. That might be what you're making a decision on. This week, though, it feels like when it comes to your work, discipline is going to take you a long way, Virgo. It seemed like the last time we did your reading is that you were caught up with a lot of distractions. It was creating a lot of stress for you, having to keep on top of things because maybe you're having to like do things at the last minute because you've been so distracted. I think some of you are burnt out. You're not getting enough sleep. And I think this week self-doubts could be getting in the way of your confidence level. I don't know if you are Virgo. You're the perfectionist. So maybe that's something that you're dealing with this week. Being a perfectionist. It feels like that might be kind of blocking you, slowing your progress in some type of way. Unless this has something to do with the fact that maybe you work from home. Maybe you are a mom. It seems like you got a lot of different things to juggle this week. And something might fall by the wayside, or it did, and that's just something that's just really irking you. Maybe you're having there's difficulty with trying to be organized and disciplined because you might work from home. It might have a lot to do with this situation as well, because there's a lack of trust having to do with your partner. What's going on at work for Virgo? Yeah. Change, security. I think, like I said before, you have been trying to set a firm foundation for yourself, but I think there's something either about your job that you want to change, or you just want to change work entirely. And maybe with work this week, maybe something didn't turn out the way that you had hoped. So this week, it feels like maybe you are taking some time to detox from something here. Maybe you need some time to cool off, or some time to think about something. I definitely feel like you're mad at somebody this week having to do with work. And I think this week you might be putting up a boundary. I think that boundaries are something that you're working on this week. You know, maybe you feel like you've had loose boundaries with certain people. And in that way, I think that when you feel like that there have been too flimsy of boundaries here, because it feels like you've given somebody the benefit of the doubt, and now something has invaded your sense of trust with this person, and maybe there's somebody that might be trying to get your trust back, and it might just be difficult at this point for you to like give that trust easily to somebody. we were talking about your money. I did say that maybe there's a feeling of lack. This could be, like I said, maybe you are like trying to do something with a money altar possibly, or you're trying to alter your money situation in some type of way. For others of you, it has something to do with something that's going on around you. Your guides are telling you to cleanse and detoxify your energy this week. Yeah, you're definitely under a lot of stress. And it looks like there's some old habits that have you caught up. And this is what your guides are saying. They're trying to shed you from these old ways. Anyway, it says the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So it feels like, comes up not once but twice, protect your energy. Some of you, I did say that maybe you work in healthcare. You may give out a lot of energy. There might be some negativity around you. So I did see that over here. Like I said, especially if you work in healthcare or you work in, maybe you're a spiritualist, it just seems like there's some people that are feeding on your energy, or you're surrounded by a lot of negativity. Maybe you're a counselor, or maybe you work in the spiritual community. Maybe you're a Reiki healer. It feels like you're focused on service. You're being of service to people, or this is what you're coming to realize about your purpose. Either way, it feels like there's something that you're concerned about, and this is where your spirit guides this week. Virgo, I'm just going to say Libra and Leo. Somebody, your spirit guides are coming in to guide you through something here. I think that they're trying to help you work through some type of unresolved issues from the past. We talked about low self-esteem. Like I said, it feels like there's some smart ass at your job that might be putting you down. Or this is you. Or this is a cop. Some of you, this might be going on in jail. Somebody might be facing jail time, or they are in jail and they might be calling you to tell you about maybe some things that are going on in their situation. Somebody this week might be thinking about turning themselves in as well. Either way, see, you've got this card here talking about triggers. So I think at work, this could be somebody triggering an insecurity of yours. Somebody may say something, some type of put down. You might be tempted to clap back, a Virgo Nation, and say something that stirs up some type of conflict. Or this is somebody trying to create conflict for you. I think, like I said before, you work in a very competitive, demanding type of work. And it just feels like this week you might want to tread carefully about maybe the things you say or the way that you react to something. I don't know if you feel like you have to walk on eggshells with work, but it does feel like maybe because there are some other things that might be going on. Like I did say, be careful about bringing what's going on at home to your work situation, because it feels like somebody is feeding on that energy. They're definitely recognizing that maybe you're not yourself. Right? They recognize that something is going on, so they might trigger you. Or if it's not intentionally that they're triggering you, it just might be that because it's an emotionally charged week for you, or because you're going through some things, or you have a lot of different things that are on your mind this week, that it might be easy. You might get easily triggered. And it could definitely lead to some type of conflict between you and someone. So this week, because it does feel like there's an easy trigger here that might be going on at work. It looks like you're going through some type of depression. Or crosswatcher, this is you. Your guides are saying be careful of your words. Be careful of the responses that you give people. Because it does. For some of you, it feels like somebody is deliberately challenging you or calling you out in some type of way. You might feel like you want to call somebody out. But I think a lot of the issue is that maybe you're feeling drained. You're not getting enough sleep. It could be because you have kids. Maybe, you know, the nights are long now that you have kids. I just think that you're dwelling in a lot of negativity. Maybe you feel like your life is a wreck this week. I don't know. Like I said, something might create a trigger. Or you might feel like you want to go off on somebody this week. Okay, now when it comes to a legal issue, I feel like maybe you might be waiting for some news here. Or you could simply be waiting for like a package to come through, some news. I think you're about to get that this week. Besides, you know, all the stuff going on in the back room, or maybe you're this week disappointed in a friend or a lover. There might be a part of you that wants to get together with friends to maybe talk some things out or to get some things off your chest. And maybe that's the getaway that we're talking about, because it does feel like there's something in your environment that you want to change. I think you do want to move. I think you are looking for new experiences and maybe some new perspectives, but it feels like something is constraining you. You want to move or you want to travel, but there's something that's keeping you from traveling. I did this week talk to you about your car. You may need to put your car, some money into your car, service your car in some type of way. It feels like you could be in a situation. The Virgo Nation, I'm just looking around for a particular deck. Virgo Nation, something could put you in a position where you're stranded with your car because it just seems like I said, it's out of commission. It needs work in some type of way, or it might just come out of nowhere. It definitely feels like for some of you, this is a battery issue or this is a fluids issue. But I think maybe you're trapped in a living situation. You might want to move, but it might be your circumstances it might be your financial circumstances that have put something at a standstill. So Virgo, it feels like something, if this is where you wanted to move, something may kind of not go as planned. Maybe this is some type of short trip that you've been wanting to go on. It gets delayed. It gets put off for a little bit. You got some type of recurring issue. I do feel like it's financial, but I feel like it's more emotional unless they're attached to one another. Your finances and your emotions, or it's your relationship. Whatever this is, there's some type of recurring issue here. And I think that there's some type of emotional wound that I feel like you're really needing to nurse this week. I just feel that way. I feel like there's somebody around you that's trying to create obstacles for you at your job. And this might be the reason for a decrease in your money. Like I said, it's your surroundings. You work from home or whatever the case is. Somebody's mishandling money. It feels like you're able to gather together the money that you need to maybe pay off a bill this week or to get something done here. So we got this 7 of Swords here, right? I think this has a lot to do with your work environment. And Virgo and Leo come out back to back. There's definitely some secrets here that are being kept. And with work, it feels like there are some lies that are being told. And I did say that somebody might be trying to trigger you at your job. For some of you, the reason that this is happening is because somebody has childhood issues. I think this might be you, especially with this orphan card. Saboteur. So this could definitely be you doing this to yourself. Induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So this could be you this week. Like I said, you're sabotaging your own efforts this week, or it's your inner child issues that are your insecurities that are sabotaging you from moving forward. It seems like there's something that you would like to do, something that you would like to create. Virgo. I think it's the negative judgments of other people that maybe you're withdrawing from. Because I do feel like this week you just have some negative people around you. people that are stealing from you, or this is you, Virgo, stealing this from other people, people that are gossiping about you. Same thing. This is similar to Libra. For some of you, this is a companion doing this to you. A work companion. Mystic. Yeah, I did say some of you work in the tarot community. This feels like this is somebody doing some type of black magic on you to block your success. Or this. It just feels like, Virgo Nation, this week, there is somebody maybe doing some type of magic against you. It feels like it has everything to do with success. Like somebody is jealous of somebody's success here. Yeah, this feels like this has something to do with your living situation. Like you don't have a steady place to live. Maybe that's what you're worried about. It just seems like maybe you're renewing a lease, possibly. You're maybe signing on a contract with a home. I did say this. Some of you... No, I didn't say this. It feels like maybe there is another job opportunity coming through. Or this is some type of transformation that might be going on with your job. Maybe you do. Maybe part of you does want clarity. Maybe some of you, this is a decision that you're making about your job. About whether or not this is the area of work that you want to stay in, or if it's something that maybe else that you want to go into. But yeah, it seems like the next step has something to do with courage and taking the courage and the steps necessary to maybe go in the direction of something that you would like to do. It just seems like something might get put off into the new year, Virgo. Or maybe this is what your guides are advising. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is why you're going to tarot. Or maybe some of you, like I said, you are tarot readers. You are a messenger in some type of way. But like I said, you have some negative energy around you this week, Virgo. And it might not even just be this week. It might be a very constant thing. Whatever the case, your guides are saying, clear your energy. It may be necessary for you to really cloak your energy this week, because it just feels like you got some people that are on one. Right, you're really buried in your work. You're really trying to maybe improve your financial situation, and you have some people that are trying to bring you down in whatever possible way. And maybe this is you this week feeling like wishing that things could be different. Or maybe this is you. Maybe you're making a decision, but maybe you're just unsure about whether or not this is something that it's time to like feed into your dreams. Because maybe there's a lack of, trust or belief in yourself. But I promise you, whatever this is this week, it feels like there's something about your job, or completely your job that you wish you could change, or you wish things could be different. Either way, I do feel like your abilities are going to be enhanced. I definitely feel like your spirit guides are going to be showing up. I definitely feel like this week, Virgo Nation or Cross Watcher, your spirit guides are sharpening your spiritual discernment in some type of way. And whatever task it is that maybe you're trying to complete, it feels like your guides, I think you're trying to rush to get something done, and that might be where you're feeling frustrated. And your guides are saying, take it slow. Go at a steady pace with something. Maybe this is you with school, feeling like you have to race through school, and your guides are saying, no, go at a steady pace. Maybe you're just worried about what other people have to say. Or you're comparing yourself to other people. But this week, wherever you've been wavering on a decision, been wishy-washy about a decision, going back and forth in your head about something, maybe you are replaying conversations. Maybe you did get advice from somebody and you're just kind of like going over it in your head. This week, I feel like you're going to be taking the steps to maybe get something done, or to figure out which direction to move into, Virgo Nation. While your guides are amplifying your spiritual awareness, I did say that maybe you might be getting into it with a colleague or coworker. I think you might be reporting somebody this week, Virgo, and somebody might be trying to retaliate on you for reporting them. I don't know, such a random thing, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. Tread carefully. You got this card that said that I hid who I am from you. You might need to tread carefully with some people that are at your job situation. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on with Virgo. Be a light to others. Amen. See, we got this card here talking about messenger, and I think that this is who you are. Okay, but I definitely feel like somebody's trying to fragment your energy. Trying to confuse you in some type of way. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. So that could be why I see this card talking about thief. I think others are trying to learn from you. You might have people that are emulating you, or Virgo, vice versa. Whatever the case is, like copying you, stealing from you, right? Trying to create obstacles for you, being overly nosy in what's going on in your situation. Either way, I feel like that you are meant to be a light to others. I did say that maybe you're a messenger. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you're trying to educate other people. Yeah, it feels like you are writing something. I think you might be maybe wearing your glasses or getting your glasses checked, getting your vision checked. But I think that there is something that you are meant to share with the world, Virgo. And I think this is where your guides are leading you to, having to do with going in a new direction with work. Or this is something that you're questioning whether or not this is that you're on the right track. And if you might need to change something with your work. But I think there might be something that maybe you're resistant to doing here. Something here, if you've been, like I said, you've been unsure about what to do with your job. I think this is the week that your spirit guides step in to give you clarity about something. Leo or Virgo, or where others that might be viewing your situations, outsiders may actually see and begin to witness something that's going on in your situation. Because it does feel like something has been concealed, or somebody's been trying to cover something up, and the truth is going to be seen about something this week. You definitely have somebody around you that is like really self-righteous, dark thoughts. Yeah, something's like complicating your mind. I don't know. You might be going through some type of depression. Did I say this right? You might be going through some type of depression. You're depressed, Virgo. It's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. So whatever this is, it feels like time is of the essence with something. You may need to turn in something. Paperwork, legal situations, your taxes, whatever the case is. You're currently undervaluing yourself. It's time to regain your self-worth. I think we talked about that being the lesson. Again, it feels like there's something disturbing your mental health. Something attached to, it's all right. Stop beating yourself up a little. Indulgence and balance is healthy. I don't know if you're trying to break some type of habit and you're punishing yourself because you're going back on some type of habit. You're backsliding. I did say somebody could be addicted, and that could be this depression that I'm picking up. It's just kind of what I'm seeing. You definitely have some tension around you too. Maybe you have some tension in your body, but I feel like this has a lot to do with your digestion. There is something, it's your lack of sleep that's affecting your body's ability to heal or get past something. You got a lot on your mind, it just seems like. Or it's just really cold where you are, Virgo, and that might be affecting your sleep too. It just seems like there's a lot going on around you that's affecting your health. But it feels like it's more so your mind. It's the thoughts that you've allowed to invade, Virgo, that I think you might be working through this week. I feel like you're going to be moving in a brand new direction soon. And I feel like some of the things that you're dealing with, I think you're about to move out of this. You're protected. You are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. Your spirit guides are definitely protecting you. You are safe within my bubble of light, it says. I think you're divinely protected. I think a lot of this, for some of you, this is energy that's being sent to you. Yeah? A lot of negativity that's being sent to you. And it might literally be sent to your home. Maybe this is why you might be deciding to leave. Community. So maybe you might be online, possibly. I do. I feel like your financial situation is about to change. I think you're about to come across some good luck. But I definitely feel like your guides are giving you some divine guidance that they really want you to take heed of, Virgo Nation. And yeah, I definitely feel like you'll be putting up boundaries with certain people. What did I say? I think you're gardening, tending to plants, traveling. You may have a desire to go elsewhere. It just seems like it. Virgo Nation, Holy Spirit, what is advice? What is a word of advice that you have for the Virgo Nation? Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. Is this what's going on? It could be that maybe this is what you're stressing about. You want something to happen. You're heartbroken. You're frustrated that it's not happening as quickly as you would like for it to happen. Your guides are saying, let go of your expectations. What is it with magic and you, Virgo? It just seems like maybe that's something, like I said, that's being thrown at you, or maybe this is you like doing some type of defensive magic. Either way, make a wish, believe in miracles, magic surrounds you. I definitely feel like your guides are trying to get you to shift your mindset, to realize that you do have the ability to shift your circumstances. And it really does have a lot to do with what you're thinking. You manifest into your life what it is that you think about most. Whatever you're putting the most energy into is what you attract. So this might be where your guides are saying, hey, pay attention to that, Virgo. You're attracting to yourself a lot of self-punishment. I did talk about self-deprecation. It's the things that you might be saying to yourself, or the things that your predominant thoughts are creating self-fulfilling prophecies. And this is what I feel like your guides are trying to get you to see about your circumstances, Virgo. With that, Virgo Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If it was helpful, Virgo Nation, give this video a thumbs up. Consider subbing to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure that you hit the post notification bell so that you're alerted whenever I upload a new video. If you like my content, if you're brand new, welcome to the family. Thank you, Virgo Nation, for joining, or cross watcher, or whenever I go live, because I do offer personal readings live on YouTube, in case you didn't know that. Thank you, Virgo Nation, for tuning in this week. I'll see y'all in the next one, Virgo Nation. Have a very blessed and productive week, Virgo Nation. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.